Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, my dear student. I am Dr. A.T.M. Mustafizur Rahman, Assistant Professor, Department of Surgery, Bosundhara Ad-Din Medical College Hospital, Dhaka. Today, I discuss an important topics of thoracic surgery is plial chest. It is an surgical emergency. Most of the patients in road traffic accident come to our casualty ward or emergency with chest complaint as plial chest. Before we going to discuss the plial chest, I discuss the anatomy of a chest. You know, there are 12 pair of ribs on each side of the chest. 12 is one side and 12 is another side. The number of the ribs is sometimes increases in cervical 7th vertebral regions or lumbar 1st vertebral regions. The ribs may be reduces to 11. The reduces number of rib is sometimes 12 ribs. Some ribs are true ribs, some ribs are false ribs. Usually initial 2 ribs and last 2 ribs are less vulnerable to injury. Some ribs attached with the sternum with costochondral joints, and some ribs are free and attached with vertebral bodies. The space between the 2 ribs is called intercostal space, which is occupied by skin, subcutaneous tissue and some intercostal muscles. Now we discuss my topics, plial chest. The content of the plial chest we discuss the introduction, the cause, the types of plial chest, the pathophysiology of plial chest, the clinical features, the diagnostic modalities and management of plial chest, and complications and some prognosis. The introduction of the plial chest. A plial chest occurs when a segment of the rib cage breaks under extreme stress and become detached from the rest of the chest wall. The definition of the plial chest: it is a clinical condition in which multiple adjacent ribs are fractured in 2 or more places on one side of the sternum or one side of the chest wall or either side of the sternum, and produces a flaccid unstable chest wall which perform the paradoxical movements in which plial area moves inward during inspiration and moves out during expiration. This is the definition of plial chest. So I repeat again, when multiple adjacent rib fractures in 2 places on one side of the chest wall or either side of the sternum, resulting in a flaccid unstable chest wall which perform paradoxical movements in which the plial area is sucked inward during inspiration and pushed out during expiration. This is the basic definitions of plial chest. This is usually defined as at least 2 fractures per ribs, producing a free segment. This is called plial segment, and which perform the paradoxical movements in which the plial segments moves out during inspiration, during expiration, and moves in during expiration. The plial chest is an injury that involves 3 or more consecutive rib fractures in 2 or more locations, producing a communicated fractures. When fracture fragments is more than 2, this is called comminuted fracture, with a free floating unstable bony segment that is detached from the remainder of the chest wall. Sometimes associated injuries are common and should be aggressively sought out. Pulmonary contusion is the most common local disturbance in association with plial segments. Mortality is significant. The causes of plial chest. The important causes of plial chest is road traffic accident, usually vehicle accident. The second most common cause of plial chest is fall on heavy weight, fall from height, usually in case of elderly patients where bones are more friable. The third most common cause, blunt trauma, usually more common in children, especially those with congenital bony abnormalities like osteogenesis imperfecta. Another cause of plial chest is blunt trauma, penetrating trauma, and crash injury. Sometimes it occurs in external cardiac masses in case of cardiorespiratory resuscitation. Now, we discuss the types of plial chest. There are 3 types of plial chest. One is anterior, near the costochondral junctions. Another is lateral, and another is posterior. Posterior plial chest is usually more safer than the others. The pathophysiology of plial chest. Several adjacent ribs either side of the sternum is usually fractured in and form the plial segment, which is unstable and flaccid. During inspiration, the segment of the plial area is sucked in during inspiration in comparison to other part of the chest wall. In normal phenomenon, the chest is elevated, diaphragm is contracted, and anteroposterior and transverse diameter of the chest wall is increased. but in case of pleural area, the portion of the pleural area is sucked in during inspiration. So, in this area of the lung, there is no gaseous exchange, there is contusion and trapping of the air in this particular area of the pleural chest regions. On the upper hand, during expiration, when anteroposterior and transverse diameter is decreases, but in case or at the site of pleural area, this portion is pushed out or ballooning out. So, there is accumulation of accumulation of carbon dioxide in these portions of the alveoli. So, there is no gaseous exchange in this area. So, developed hypoperfusions or impaired oxygenations. So, produces hypoxemia and hypercarbia. This is the pathophysiology of pleural chest. Now, we describe the clinical features of pleural chest. There is a short history of trauma in the chest wall, and patients sometimes produce severe chest pain, dyspnea or shortness of breath, cyanosis, restlessness and paradoxical movement of the chest wall segment, and voluntary splitting sometimes may present. The movement of the chest wall is impaired and sometimes there is a contusions of the lungs. Patients also present with tachycardia and hypotension, and when we palpate the chest wall, there is some abnormal sound like crepitations. It means there is rib fractures. This is the clinical presentations. So, important clinical symptoms and signs are shortness of breath, paradoxical movements, bruising or swelling of the chest wall, crepitations, tachycardia and hypotension. Now, we describe the important investigations. Pleural chest is usually diagnosed by clinically if a good clinician will assess the patients. It usually diagnosis by simple X-ray, chest anteroposterior view or posterior anterior view or lateral views. It also diagnosis by chest CT, and sometimes we may assess the oxygen level by arterial blood gas analysis. Now, we manage the patients. Usually we manage the patients according to the advanced trauma life support protocol. It includes primary survey with simultaneous resuscitation, then secondary survey, and then definitive care. Initially, or first aid management depend at the site of injury. We will perform compression with the palm of the hands, in which the plial segments is stable. It not produces the paradoxical movements. It is an important procedure. Sometimes we perform at the site of a spot. Placing a sandbag on the plial segments. Sometimes fracture ribs is elevated by towel clips. Now usually it is not performed. Once a time it is the procedure of plial chest management. In the hospital, usually we assess the ABCDE management, maintenance of airway and ventilations, maintenance of breathing and maintenance of circulations is important in case of plial chest in hospital admitted patients. In definitive managements, usually we manage the patients in hospital by chest drain. Chest drain is usually given in triangle of safety area. Due to reduce the pleural space collections and help the proper ventilations of the patient. Sometimes we may need the intubations or endotracheal intubations or positive pressure ventilations. Now we describe the water seal drainage or chest drain under water seal procedures. Chest drain usually gives in triangle of safety. It is bounded anteriorly by posterior border of the pectoralis major. Posterior border is formed by anterior margin of the latissimus dorsi and base is formed by upper border of the hip ribs. Why it is triangle of safety? Because there is no vital structures in this region and there is no chance of diaphragmatic injury in case of insertion of chest drain. Now I describe shortly how we introduce a chest drain. I introduce a chest drain usually in this area where triangle is situated. Usually we introduce a wide bore tube, usually 27 or 29 French chest tube in the triangle of safety regions. Initially, we cut skin and subcutaneous tissue by sharp needle, BP handle, and splitting the intercostal muscles by artery forceps, and tear the pleura with blunt forceps and introduce a wide bore tube in between the pleural space, which is connected with the water seal bottle. Sometimes we need the water seal drainage system in flail chest management. What is the complications of flail chest? There are several types of complications in case of flail chest. The initial complications is hypoventilations and hypooxygenemia and hypoperfusions of the tissues. The another complications is hemothorax, pyothorax, lung abscess, atelectasis of the lung, and sometimes cardiac failure, and ultimately some patients will die. The prognosis depends upon the management and extension of the injuries of the patients. So, I conclude my topics flail chest, and thank you my students to view my topics, and if you read your books, you take the knowledge and help the patients. Thank you all. Thank you.